Alrighty. Hello, everybody. I've got Pat Killeen with Equity Group Insurance with us. There's been an awful lot of talk this week with the smoke and the fires about insurance and how it's affecting transactions and how it's affecting people's homes and coverage and all that. So I thought we'd get Pat here on the line. Thank you, Pat, for being here.
Thank you.
We're just going to do a quick little interview and get some information out to everybody. So again, thanks for doing this.
You're welcome.
So the first question, Pat, is really, with all the fires and the smoke here, we've heard that there's now what they call a moratorium on new and even edited insurance binders. And would you mind explaining that to everybody, kind of what that moratorium is?
Sure. A moratorium is basically a freezing of any changes to current home insurance policies, and also a freeze on certain zip codes where people have homes and that sort of thing. In other words, if a real estate agent wants to refer a buyer to a particular home insurance agent, and they have a zip code that house is being sold into, then I think that the thing that they need to check on is the home insurance carrier, if they have frozen that zip code out of being able to bind the insurance for the closing.
Okay, that makes sense. And are you seeing quite a few zip codes in our area under that moratorium, or how does that work?
I've seen several, and they change on a hourly basis sometimes, and they change on a weekly basis. So yeah, I mean, I've seen them. I've seen certain zip codes be re-registered back into it's okay to bind the home insurance in that particular area where that home's located. So I've seen it change, but to be honest, there's so many changes with so many carriers. You just can't keep up with it as an agent.
Yeah, that makes sense. And are all carriers doing the same thing? Is it across the board? What are each carrier doing?
The most difficult part, Kyle, is that they all have different parameters that they make changes on. Zip code this, we're going to eliminate this zip code for now. For example, Safeco is one of our carriers, and they just put a moratorium on all of Clackamas County. Right. Whereas one of our other carriers only put selected few zip codes in Clackamas County that we could bind insurance with. So it's kind of hit and miss on a daily basis.
I think you were talking to another office about even just a few days ago getting an insurance binder possible for Oregon City, which is right in the thick of all this, right?
Yeah, it is. And, Safeco was eliminating that because that buyer was basically endeared to Safeco, and they had them on their prior home, and they wanted to continue that relationship into their new home, but they couldn't get the insurance with Safeco because they were putting a moratorium on all of Clackamas County. So we went to look at one of our other carriers, and they were not eliminating that zip code. So we were able to quote that policy in Oregon City, 97045 zip code.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's good. Yeah. So, it comes down to, I know we hear a lot about, being in the middle of a transaction, really towards the end of a transaction when the insurance binders are being finalized and to get the loan done and everything else. What are our options at this point if somebody's got a lender who reaches out to the insurance company and they say, sorry, we can't do this binder? What are their options at this point?
Well, they could go to that particular carrier's website and check to see if there's been any changes. That's the first thing they could do. And if there's still no changes based on what the lender's saying, then they could call us. They could email me. I could check to see the coverage availability in that zip code where that house is being bought, and we could quote that property through one of our various other carriers.
Okay, that makes sense. And I know a question I've gotten a lot from agents so far is, how long do you see this lasting? Any thoughts?
No thoughts, Kyle. Your guess is as good as mine. The fires, it's like, when will the fires die? When will they be put out completely? It's just hard to put a crystal ball on that kind of thing. We have no idea. We just hope the rain comes and it comes in like a flood, like it normally does in Oregon.
Yes. Yeah. The one time it doesn't, right?
Right. But now we're all hoping for it, right?
Yeah. A couple more days, I've heard. So we'll see how that goes. That's awesome. Okay. And then, I know that the other question too kind of shifts now to people that are affected by this, right? Whether there's been some damage or possible damage to their homes, what can they do at this point in order to, that either they suffer damage again, or maybe there's a possibility. Is there anything you can talk to now about what they can or can't do, or what they should do?
That's a great question. Under everyone's home insurance policy, there's a category in Schedule C, it's personal property. And usually there's a monetary amount in there that the insurance carrier will attribute to any claims regarding people's personal property within their home. So one of the best things that they can do is start creating a list, and take that list and even videotape or take pictures with their phones or what have you, and keep a documented record safe and secure somewhere, like we were talking earlier before our call here, maybe in a fireproof safe. They could keep that information, or somewhere off premises, maybe somewhere in a lockbox somewhere, or somewhere safe where it won't be destroyed within the home if the whole home is destroyed by fire. But the personal property list and video and pictures all really, really support a claim, and the carrier, it's much easier to get the whole claim approved by the carrier when you have that document, all those things documented in pictures, videos, and a list.
Right. Awesome. So realistically, I mean, any homeowner should probably at some point, even not even thinking of the fires right now, go through their house every so often and video and document what they have.
Yes, I agree 100%.
That's good to know. And that's, it's good for us, especially as agents, to kind of put that out there. It's a great item of value, that we can put out there to people. I don't know if I do it today because everybody's a little on edge, but certainly in the future, whether it be here in the fall or winter, just make sure everybody's aware of that. That's a great tip, being proactive, right?
That's right.
Awesome. Very cool. That's all the questions that I have that I've had from agents. Is there anything else you wanted to add, or any thoughts as far as what's going on?
I would just encourage people to give me a call if they have questions. My phone number, Kyle, I think you're going to post it later, and my email address, you'll post it on this, video conference that we're having here. So just call me if you need help or assistance, if you need any questions about the moratorium, any questions about whether we can do we can quote and bind a particular home in a particular zip code that you're questioning, or you're having trouble with a closing because of the home insurance, please just give me a call or email me at any time.
Awesome. Thank you. You are a tremendous resource. And
Okay.
whether it's for home, auto, business insurance, great resource. We really appreciate you.
Okay, Kyle. Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you.
All right.